Alright, YouTube, this is the Yamaha Natural Sound RX-V467. This model, you don't see a lot of the 467s out there. They're fairly hard to come by. The 367 was what they sold mainly, and that is partially because the 367 was included in surround kits, and you generally had to buy component-based pieces to get the 467. So this is a early 2000s model. It has surround sound. It does have 7.2, but if you want to, let's turn it around and take a look. You have to do the out right here to actually get the so they're pre-outs. So the 7.2 is, it requires pre-outs. So really what you're looking at is 5.2 really. 4 HDMI ins, 1 out of course, and then it does have a docking station for the old iPods, and this is like old school with the longer plug. RCA ins for, I believe it is CD, CD, DVD, Blu-ray, TV, and maybe some other customs. So the radio works just fine, sounds great. I don't believe, I didn't test it to see if there was digital radio, but it probably does not. It's probably pre-digital radio. It does have headphone jack, and then has actually has this cover. Most of the time when you see them on advertised online or eBay or whatever, that's usually missing that. That's a bonus. Inlet, so this is, so if you wanted to run like jack to jack, you can do that there on the quarter. And then RCAs, your typical RCAs, so no USB in, no Bluetooth, no HDMI on the front. Right now you'll see that the screen is dark. I'm playing it on direct mode. Direct mode is minimizes all of the circuitry, so this thing is basically running from here to the speakers, only using this as a straight amp, and it sounds phenomenal. It sounds really good. Yamaha is, in my opinion, really underrated as far as what they produce. I'll put this up against some of my better Denons, and it sounds very similar. The it does have a mic input here for you can run your adjustments on it. I forgot calibration. Yeah, you can use this to calibrate the room settings on your various channels. But so the direct is one of my favorite features of it, but there's another feature that I absolutely love, and this can make any speaker sound really good. Well, I'll take that back. A mediocre to good speaker sound really good. Now, I run some really nice speakers on my own studio equipment, and some of this test equipment I'll take and throw it up there to see how it sounds on those speakers as well. But what took me back about this is that it actually has a equalizer built in, and I'm not talking about your normal equalizer where you're just like, okay, so let's see here, we'll take it off of direct, and then we'll put it into enhancer mode. So here's straight enhance, straight here. Let's turn it up so we can hear it as I'm going through these. So it has all these music settings, whoops, all these music settings here on the remote, so I'm going to flip through them there. Roxy Theater, bottom line, music video, Hall of Munich, Hall of Vienna, chamber, Cellar Club, and then back to the beginning. It also has other stuff, so rock, and I just not sure where to get that. Anyways, I didn't investigate it too thoroughly, I guess. Should have spent a little bit more time getting familiar with it. I was just taken back by this one feature right here, and that is if I go into my options, volume trim, and if I go in, no, this isn't it. Let's go into setup, speaker setup. Yeah, so speaker setup, configure, enter. Nope, that's not it. Subwoofer, no. Return. Goodness gracious. Level. Front left, no, that's not it. Distance. Equalizer. This is what I'm looking for. So the equalizer allows you to go into, so this is front left, and I can adjust 63 hertz, 160, 400, 1K, 2.5, 6.3, and 16. Now I only have these two hooked to it, and when I adjusted these, which is actually what you're hearing right now, phenomenal improvement, because I was able to adjust for the deficits in the speakers. And these speakers have a very gradual climb, and then, you know, they do really good, you know, at that 200 plus range, but under that they pretty much suck. You know, they're minimus 7s. That's what they were supposed to do. I think they were primarily built for small areas and rear surround. They're beautiful speakers. They're heavy as hell. They're bricks, and they sound phenomenal for what they are. But you know, I would not put them up against a modern Clisp or the like. So wonderful stereo. Again, I just absolutely taken back by the equalizer on each channel. I know you can get that today, and you can get that in a lot of different amps, but you can pick one of these up for as cheap as like $60 to $80 on eBay if you don't mind buying your own remote. One that with a remote and like, I don't know, like good condition. This one is in like phenomenal condition. You're probably talking 120, 150, but still this is just really cool feature, because trying to find a darn equalizer now, either you're buying a vintage one and you're going to put up with the crackles it makes, or you're going to buy a really good vintage one and pay, or you're going to buy a modern one and again pay. This is beautiful and it works great. So I hope this review helped. If you are in the market for one of these, I would highly encourage you to go ahead and pounce on it. These things are awesome.